All right. You tapped in? Are you tapped in, bro? Are you tapped in?
Yeah, man, I'm tapped in. I'm
Slap this
ready.
guy's
Man.
arm real quick for me because I can't reach, bro. You tapped in?
Yeah, I'm good.
Wake the
man.
fuck up.
I'm good. Damn. Y'all are crazy. Welcome to the podcast that talks about the questions and only about the questions because
We're all about the questions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How y'all doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, well rested.
Good.
Big chill Sunday.
Yes,
I was
sir.
on the couch watching some NFL all day. Fantasy team took a big L, but we're gonna bounce back week 3.
Did your team win at least?
No, we took a big L this week.
It's tragic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What about you?
Q baby, how you doing?
Q?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
I was pretty much stayed inside today.
Right.
It's a beautiful day. I stepped outside just to get some fresh air.
Mhm.
Walked out the door. Walked right back inside the house.
That's nice. That's nice. You need that
Right.
sometimes.
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
How you doing?
I've seen better days, but I'm good. I'm chilling, bro.
That's so loaded.
That is loaded, bro.
Don't be
We
coming
can't
over here
slide
talking about I've
past
seen
that.
better days,
bro.
We
I'm
can't
just
pass
chilling.
that.
What's up?
Yeah.
What's
Not
on your,
that,
hey,
I'm
what's on your,
chilling,
hey,
bro.
what's on your mind, bro?
This is not an On Your Mind podcast, bro. This is all about the questions podcast.
All right, so what's up with you then?
I'm good.
All right, then.
All right.
Yo, person to my far right, please introduce yourself.
Hey, man, the gal them call me Q baby, but sometimes they also call me Mr. Decorator. What's up with this, bro? You seeing the fall vibes?
I see it.
So this the homie Billy, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Billy.
That's Billy, bro.
Yeah.
This guy's a killer, dog.
Hey, shout out, Billy.
What y'all know about that?
You know Halloween is gonna turn into a real character.
Yeah, what y'all know about that, bro?
Like a Chucky type.
I'm that ass coming on set with a costume.
Yeah.
Oh, me too. Don't
Just
even worry.
Suit it up,
just
bro.
so y'all know.
I have some ideas for what I want.
Oh,
Anyway,
I'm about to go to the store. Don't even worry about it.
what's your name, man?
What's my name?
Yeah.
It's DeMarcus, R&B King.
Shit.
Yes, sir.
You got the shimmy in there.
I like
How about
that. I
you?
like that.
Far left.
You already know what it is. It's your boy Glue.
Oh, word.
Man's is just chilling, having a great time.
Cool.
Happy to shoot the podcast today.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Presents in my Q baby. Oh,
Catch it,
damn, bro.
Nice. Nice. You got it. Let me tell you what everybody needs to do. What I all need to do is turn your volumes up real high, your ambitions down real low, and get ready to listen to our soothing voices for approximately 60 minutes.
What was that?
Let's tap in. Let me,
Yo, please show your segment of the day, bro. Because this man's
Are you
crazy.
good?
You're welcome.
Sorry.
You're welcome.
No, go off.
All right.
I'm on the floor,
It's a
though.
little bit, bro. It's nothing.
Go off.
I'm good now.
All right.
It's Corona time.
It's Corona time.
Oh,
Oh, my
Who
God.
taught you how
Yo,
to drink
Q
a
baby,
beer,
give your segment, please,
Yo,
sir.
my segment is the what word of the day. What's up, y'all? Welcome to today's word of the day. Today's word of the day is
What's good with you, bro?
I got nothing. I got nothing.
expectorate.
Expectorate.
Yes, sir.
I feel like it's a mix between expectations and spectating.
And glue.
Expectorate?
Yeah.
I would have to go with DeMarcus.
Man, just use your own brain,
Come up
bro.
with a
Okay,
different one, bro.
Like,
Inspector.
could ride my
and rate.
coattails.
Inspectorate?
Yeah.
Probably to a person who's trying to find something out.
Okay.
Inspector.
All right.
And
I'll just stop you right there. Honestly, he's really going down this rabbit hole, bro. It's to expel matter from the throat, like in the form of phlegm. So like spitting,
spitting?
Oh,
pretty much, yeah.
Huh.
But like phlegm, though,
just slim.
matter in phlegm. Don't fucking look at me.
Every week,
Bro,
this
can I-
man
can
takes
I-
it to
bro,
that
Why?
point, bro.
Can I come
I
to-
was just trying to
Can I-
make sure I understood.
Can I come to work 1 week, bro, without like this
Hey,
sort of?
Hey, take it up with HR, man.
I'm gonna talk
Take that shit up
to
with
HR, bro. I'll talk to HR.
bro.
Next up, we got your lyric of the week.
My head hurts.
And on this
It
week's,
does hurt, bro.
we got a lyric off Neo's track, Miss Right.
Okay.
Oh my god, beautiful song.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal.
And on that track, he says,
quote.
the kind that make you want to put the games away. Think about your future. But first, I'll say, hello.
Unquote.
Jeez.
Y'all got any of those that make you want to put the games away?
Oh my goodness.
Make you, straighten out, act right?
100%, bro.
Listen, if I even hang up the controller You know?
Nah,
Bro.
Q. We ain't talking about those type of games.
I'm talking about those kind of
Nah,
games.
I'm talking about the games, the mind
streets, bro.
games. You know, the fact that you belong in the streets, the fact that you've been roaming for weeks now. Yeah, exactly. No, yeah. Plead the fifth, huh?
Whatever, bro.
Shoot your
Blue?
grimy ass.
Yo.
Whatever, bro.
This guy comes in this
Whatever,
thing talking
bro.
about. See, I just got a
Yeah,
cut
okay,
the other day.
that's
I damn near made 3 girls crash.
Bro,
Driving back.
yo, let me tell you, dog.
Nah.
I'm driving home from the mall. Zimi, yo, every red light, I'm looking over. Yo, people are just staring at the kid, bro. What do you want me to do, dog?
See, at the end of the day, it is a fresh cut.
They're
so I
staring
understand. But now you got him all gassed
There
up.
it is.
We can't be
See
having
me,
Q
bro.
this gassed up on the potty.
I gotta get my ego down, bro.
Go ahead, Glue.
All right, Glue.
Not
What's your
not to
segment?
stray away from you guys. I just got a notification. This person wants to follow us. It says, "I love big bananas." Is waiting to send you a message.
We need to
All
do
right,
that.
here we go. All right.
All right.
Welcome to the dad joke of the week, uncontested best segment. Everybody's been asking it for it back, so we already know who's the winner here. All right,
None of ours have left though because they're so stable.
You know?
ladies, if you can't appreciate your fruit jokes, you need to let that man go.
Aha.
What? But like, no, but
Aha.
where's the context for that coming from? If they can't appreciate your fruit jokes, like what girls are telling fruit jokes out there, like on a daily, like it's a regular thing. I've never heard a female tell me a fruit joke, bro. What are you talking
He's
about?
just killing your joke.
What are you talking about, bro? What kind of
My first joke on the podcast
See,
was an olive joke.
I got it low key with the mango.
mango, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Wordplay, but
it
it's
was subtle. It was subtle.
where's that coming from, bro? That'd be like, yo, girls like
Hey,
it, you know.
yo, Q, I don't think you're supposed to take it that
Nah,
literal.
fuck that shit, bro. Like,
That's why
ladies,
they
I
call
get
it-
that you tell your dirt jokes, but like, does your man like have a shovel? Like, what are you talking about, bro?
You okay?
I don't
Leave
know.
the studio, man.
You okay, bro?
Turn his mic off, bro. I tap in.
You know what?
Tap in.
What we got on the docket this week? Man?
Today on the docket, we are going to talk about open relationships.
Mm.
But first, we have to talk about the poll that we had last week.
Okay, facts.
Okay. So we posted, or no, so not even polls. We had them this week,
Yeah.
but we had our episode last week talking about, well, you know what?
Serial daters.
Serial daters. But
Serial daters,
the
yeah.
part where we went on a tangent talking about if you are allowed to tell your girl what to wear.
Yeah.
I said no. Q Baby said
I said sometimes, yeah.
sometimes, yeah. And you said, yeah, situational,
Yeah,
right?
situational.
Same.
And a lot of people actually, there's a lot of people who said a hundo P. You're allowed
You're
to tell
allowed
them.
to.
Some,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's some that said no. And then most of you guys actually also said probably.
What
Like,
were most of the
situational.
females saying?
Most of the females said, yeah, probably. Like, it just depends on the situation. And like, there's this one girl who responded back to us. And don't get it wrong, like, a lot of people did give us really good responses back. But this girl said, well, it really does depend. Like, if I'm going to your parents' house, like you said,
Yeah.
I need to dress appropriate for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me a warning. Let me know in advance, and we can have a conversation
Right.
about it. But if I'm just out with my girls and you don't like the way I'm dressed because you think that's going to attract a lot of male attention, then that's like a you problem.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Bro, if you out with your girls, man, I won't tell you what to wear. Matter of fact, I will hype you up. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? You leave in the house, you looking suited and booted.
Sexy.
I'm like, damn, go
Damn,
crazy.
Go crazy. But if
Continue.
you, but
Just gotta let
but the thing
them
is, she said like if the parents are conservative, she's gonna dress conservatively, right?
Right.
But regardless, I feel like if the parents are conservative or not, you should still just kind of dress.
Just respect.
appropriately.
It's a respect thing. It's not really like are they conservative? Can I wear this?
I don't-
or not?
I
It's
don't
like kind of like
think-
a respect thing.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to refute that either.
Yeah.
I think we're all on the same page with like, respecting their parents and shit.
Yeah.
No, most
It's more
definitely.
so along the lines of like, hey, like I'm stepping out and you don't like my fit because it's too revealing, and you're telling me no, go change that, and like nah, like I represent myself first before I represent us or you, and so I think that is where she was heading at it. Go which direction she was heading at it
That makes
with, and
sense.
she was just trying to say like that's you have full control of what you wear and how you look, and you are representing yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
that makes
exactly what
sense.
she said. She said, if I'm with you, like we represent each other, but first I represent myself.
Mhm.
And honestly, another person said, yo, if she's that way, like, and you knew that from the get go.
Yeah, you knew what you signed up for.
Oh, seriously.
You should know what you're signing up for.
You met her in the club. She was double cheeked up, on a Friday night.
And then you surprised.
And then y'all dating now. Y'all go, you think she's going straighten up and not dress like a nun?
Yeah, you
no siree.
Like, wait, what is this? What is this outfit that you're wearing? Like, we're the same night I met you. Like, what are you talking about?
You knew what you signed up for.
You liked it when
so
I
with
first
that
met
regard,
you.
like, okay, that's expected.
Mm-hmm.
But to try and think you could change somebody in the way they look and the way they feel about themselves, man,
happen.
That ain't right. It's not gonna happen, man. We do not condone that kind of behavior.
No, sir.
All right, so let's hop into open relationships.
Okay.
All right. It's an open relationship.
Yeah.
How common?
The sides are already coming in.
Boy,
Eh?
yo.
The sides are already coming in. I just feel bad for all the people out there that are in it. So keep going.
Let me ask you, baby, this question first.
All right, go ahead.
How common do you think open relationships are in 2020?
1 of 20 relationships, probably. Man, like 1 of 25.
Okay, like 5%.
Yeah, 5%.
5%.
I would say that.
5%. That's it.
Open or some sort of agreement. You know what I mean? Like if they're like long distance, they can still talk to people, sort of situation. So
No, we talking about like full on.
Open relationships is full on.
Same
I'm going
same,
out.
yeah.
Throwing shorty
Yeah,
back.
it's still like 5% of relationships then for sure.
Yeah. I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
I just think that that it's so that's real rare.
Yeah.
And like I'd like to, dive into the mind of people in open relationships and just ask them like, how do y'all try to make this shit work? Like,
I think that's pretty easy to answer though.
how?
Well, obviously, first you'd probably have to think like monogamy is not a thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're the type of person that's like, I don't think I can stay solely to one person, you are the type of person for an open relationship.
Shout out Will and Jada. Real quick.
Yeah. Entanglements and shit.
Entanglements.
Yeah.
Right? So like that alone is like your first, you have to have that as your first mindset, right?
Mhm.
And then the second, I think, is like really laying down ground rules.
Right.
Okay.
So a lot of like communication, a lot of honesty is gonna come down. Like if you're going wild out and do shit on the side and it's gonna be okay, like you damn well better let me know like what you do and just keep me in the loop.
Facts.
Right.
But like I think you have to set the ground rules from like Jump Street. You can't be like in a relationship and then change over to an open relationship.
So how do you introduce something like that to a relationship?
Yeah, actually.
Like, is that something that like,
Because
can you even bring that up?
I guarantee I'd step. Like
halfway through. Hey, so
Wait, halfway through the relationship?
no, you just y'all just start dating and shit. You just like, hey, yo, I don't really want to be exclusive. Like, I still want to be with you and have you be my girl. You can be
shorty hit my line.
and you can be my main and shit. But like, I don't know about this exclusivity. Like, I'm a free spirit. I just want to be out here. Just roaming the streets. And like, I hope that's okay. Like, how is that supposed to go? And I'm trying to think. Definitely something you establish.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be established. But
Fair
like
enough.
where I'm sitting, if I were to hear that question,
imagine?
like my girl coming to me like, "Yo, I just want to let you know, like I think that open relationship would be the way that we should go right now." Yo, go open to the streets. Then, bro. I'm a cut. What are you talking about?
I'm all for like open relationships.
Oh,
like,
word.
polygamy.
No, wait,
as long-
you
hey, wait, let me-
personally or like in
Or-
general?
or
I'm all for, personally, me, I'm all for polygamy and all that shit, just as long as I'm the only one that's being,
you
know?
stupid.
like, if I'm the only one that can have set
I
open
can.
relationships and you belong to me, then I'm all for it. Let's go ahead. But if it's going to be a two-way street, nah.
Really? Not at all?
Hell nah.
So why do you feel like you're allowed to go do that?
Why do I?
Yeah.
I think it boils
And
down
why
to
is she
just
supposed to be
like,
okay with that?
you don't have, I mean, it's your choice. You don't have to be okay with it. But I just feel like it boils down to your ability to communicate. And wait, hang on a sec.
You gonna bring it around?
Hang on a sec. Here we go. It boils down to your ability to communicate. And so when I say that, I mean to say that like I find myself as somebody who can do a very good job of reassuring verbally as well as, physically. Right. But I find a hard time finding females who can reassure me to the level that I need. And so I don't trust that like you're gonna be able to like talk me down from that cliff. Whereas I feel like I can't talk you off that cliff.
Can I have this?
You stupid.
Can I have this?
I'm gonna just give you a one little like squinty face real quick. I'm gonna get real low. Hey baby, you know you're my number one. And then after that is it's GG's, like it's rap.
Bro, it sound
Like what's up with that?
it sound like regardless of their situation that you gonna step out either way. It sound like either way.
I'm like, what is the squinty eyes and the low voice gonna do for you, bro?
It
My girl
sets
got
the
strong
mood.
backbone and you still, cool
nah.
that, whatever. Do what you gotta do.
The
Then.
squinty eye sort of sets the mood, so you sort of relax a bit. You put your walls down a little bit. I think.
It's always a lighter skinned one, you know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I could
These guys
never
are
imagine
crazy, bro.
doing that, bro.
Just so y'all know, that was all cap. You know that.
Yeah, cap, bro.
Don't let my girl see this.
Block her from the episode.
Yo, so my thing is like, I honestly think that you got to set the ground rules at the beginning.
Yep.
And I feel like all right, this is how I would imagine it going along, right?
Okay.
Y'all are going on like your first, second, third, fourth date, whatever. Things are starting to pick up. Maybe you smashed already. But then like you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm not really looking for anything like serious. That's already first key right there, right? That's
Okay.
number one.
Yeah.
Number two is like, how do you feel about like friends with benefits? And then how do you feel about like an open relationship? Because I really like you and I want to keep you around. Like I want to go out and smash shorties as well. How do you feel about that?
It sounds selfish as motherfucker, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
But then
like
she's
when
like-
you put it that way, though, I've had bare open relationships.
Word.
Just, I mean,
Just
when
not,
you put it,
not like talked about. Like no deal was made.
yeah, no, like they have no idea that they're in an open relationship. Yeah. But I did, real quick though. One of my homeboys was telling me that he was in an open relationship.
Word.
Right, dated his girl for 10 years.
What?
Right,
Wow.
yeah, 10 years.
Open relationship for
10.
10 years.
Yeah, I don't know if it was open the entire time, but it got to a point where it was an open relationship.
Okay.
And the I guess the final straw
Kicker,
was
yeah.
when she went out with her girls or whatever, and he pulled up to come pick her up, and he pulled up and he seen two people in the back alley or whatever, just like shadows ish or whatever, and he saw they was getting jiggy, like shorty was giving somebody top.
Right.
But he goes into the bar, looks for his girl, like can't find her. He's calling her phone, like can't find her. So he wanders back into the alley and sees this girl, giving top to some dude. And I don't know which man can visibly see something like that and be okay with it. Needless to say, the relationship ended. And her excuse was like, no, like he was just a friend and, like he's the virgin and blah, blah, blah. And mind you, these people are well grown. So like as if that's supposed to, soften the blow. Regardless, like homeboy was not trying to see that. And after that, the relationship fucking tanked.
But how is
he?
he supposed to be mad though?
What do you mean?
It's an open relationship. She's
Yeah,
allowed
but,
to
I
do
ain't gotta
that.
see
though.
that.
Yeah, she never told him come into the back alley and come open your big eyes and come watch me give head to a
bro.
next man.
Nah, I'm not hearing that. See, I like.
What do you mean?
If I were to argue based on the terms of the relationship being open,
Yeah.
sure, you got all the means to go ahead and say what you're saying. But the way I think mentally, because I just think all that open, that's just straight bullshit.
Shorty was giving top in an alleyway.
You know, bro, that's your shorty, bro.
That's your girl, bro.
So wait, hold on.
No. Hang on a second. Let's just take in the fact that, hey, you in a relationship. You're not even open, not that you are in a monogamous relationship.
That was a monogamous relationship?
I'm telling you.
Okay. So okay.
You are in a monogamous relationship,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And your girl got all dolled up.
Yeah.
She stepped out with her friends.
Yeah. She doing her thing.
She's like, hey, baby, come pick me up after.
Yeah.
Right? She dumb lit. She getting wasted.
Yeah.
You pull up to pick her up.
Yeah.
Right? You looking for her, you can't find her.
Yeah.
You walking around, you can't, and it's a small town, it's fucking Saskatoon or some shit. You can't, you walk around the alley that everybody knows.
Yeah.
And you see your girl on her knees giving homeboy the God 3000.
We've strayed so far away from God's love. Shorty
Shut
was
up,
giving
Quaid.
top in an alleyway, bro.
First of all, where's their father? Secondly, how you handling a situation like that?
Well, I mean, if it's a
I just told you what the terms were.
That was the terms,
Okay,
bro.
I just
Based on
gave you
that-
what the terms were.
Based on that,
How you respond?
How you respond based on that?
So since
Are
it's
you-
monogamous,
Nah, there's
I'm
no.
gonna out-
Yo, this guy's. Oh my god,
Yo,
bro.
I guarantee-
Yo,
dead
Landon,
ass.
Shorty was giving top in a fucking alleyway, bro. How do you respond?
That's all I'm asking for.
What are you talking about?
I don't want that. Hey, you're not a lawyer right now.
Bro, this guy's crazy. Yo, I don't know the terms. Fuck the terms, my guy.
Lana gonna pull out with some knee pads. Hey,
My guy-
hey,
yeah,
you need
you good?
Your knee sore?
Are you
Let me help
okay?
out.
Are you okay?
Want me to hold your hair?
Yo, I got some.
You good?
I got
Y'all
some.
got me fucked
I got
up.
some ice
Nah,
in the
that's
bag.
not even
You
what
want
it is.
That's
Then answer the
crazy.
damn question. then.
That's
All I'm
crazy,
saying
bro.
is that if it's a monogamous relationship, evidently I'm going to be mad because she's not supposed to be doing that. But if
Okay.
it's not,
But I'm
how
asking.
am I supposed to be mad?
Yes, you're going
I might
to be
be
mad.
about it being in an alley.
You're going to be mad.
Okay.
Yes,
She's
but what
gonna
I'm
top in an
asking
alleyway,
is,
bro.
how are you responding?
probably
I need more than mad. How are you responding?
probably going to end it, bro, and walk away. You know,
Saying the team couldn't even sneak in the bathroom on the low, bro. Had to do it.
I'm trying to have you put me in that situation with you, and you tell me what verbally is coming out your mouth. How you handling the situation? I want like gruesome details, bro.
bro. Like, probably,
Just put yourself in there.
What's going on here?
Love your life.
Yeah,
Walk in.
yeah.
Sucking off.
in an alleyway, bro. What are you doing?
I'm probably gonna be a little bit irate, but
A little
barely.
bit irate.
You
A
know
little
what?
bit irate.
But I'm not
Hey,
the type
you know,
of person
I'm just allow it because you're not giving me.
My man said
No.
irate.
Okay,
on
so
top
what
of him,
would
bro.
you do? What would you do?
What would I do?
And what would you do actually too?
Pull my car into the alleyway, bro. Drive straight through that. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You want to get top? I'm gonna give me some roadkill, bro. What are you talking about? You want to get top in alleyways?
I'm cutting that.
We're giving top in alleyways now. That's crazy, though. That's
Yo,
crazy.
I am cutting that for sure.
on
For
some,
sure.
I mean,
bro.
on some real. If I see that, and it was like they were open relationship.
Yeah, they were. You know.
And see, that's my thing.
See,
if it's open relationship,
Now, just based on that, I just leave, bro.
exactly.
But
I'm gonna be frustrated because it's the alleyway, right? You could definitely pick a different place to do it,
See,
but I can't be mad because, like, we're both doing the same thing with different people. So why does it matter? I think at the end of the day, like, one, yes, you should probably, maybe have texted your man saying, "Oh, never mind, don't come. Like, I gotta ride home or whatever," right? So
Mhm.
to save face.
Yeah.
But dude can't be that mad, bro. Like,
I mean, mad
honestly,
as hell. I'd be mad as hell.
Fair enough,
I mean,
man.
yeah, man.
So let me switch it up for you.
yeah.
So do you feel,
yes.
given that people are able to have relationships, open relationships, that means they love each other less than people who are in monogamous relationships?
I don't
Go ahead, Glue. Take that.
think so.
Take that.
No.
I'm gonna
Why?
say no. I think they still love each other the same.
In both
Yeah,
types of
in both.
relationships.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I don't want to say like the respect level is different, but I think they still love each other the same because usually if you are picking that person to be like your go-to, like you're still gonna love them the same that if you were in a monogamous or not monogamous relationship. But I think like the whole sex part of it, like the physical part of it, I think that might be a little bit, more loosey goosey. Yeah, I mean,
Me personally, like I personally feel like you can't possibly have the same emotions for somebody or feel so like as strongly for somebody if you're in an open relationship as somebody who is in a monogamous
Yeah,
relationship.
especially if you
Like
called for
I have
it,
a hard
you know?
time. Hey, if somebody wants to explain that to me, go right ahead.
Yeah.
But I just have a hard time wrapping my head around how you can love somebody the way we all know how love is supposed to be, and then be okay with them being with somebody else.
Yeah. That seems a little bit ridiculous.
I think it's
to me.
just people who have different heads, bro.
Well, like no, because like I'm not basing all relationships on the fact that love is fueled by like jealousy.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that's not how I'm basing it. So like if I'm basing it off of where I stand on relationships, I still don't see the point where you can love somebody but then want to still experience things with like other people when you guys could just both be getting to know each other or pushing your own because I guess open relationships are mostly about sex anyway, right? So you pushing your own sexual boundaries to the point where you're both happy. I don't know why that isn't more of a thing that you want than to go and like be with other people.
Let me ask you guys a question, right?
Yeah.
Because this is just like a random question that's popped into my brain.
Go ahead.
Do you think that people who, I don't want to say settle in terms of like the love that people have for each other, but I think settle in terms of like the sexual chemistry. Like, do you think like those people are more often or more like to have an open relationship
I
with
just
like a
think
long term partner?
I just think you're more likely to cheat.
So okay, so then if you like taking like swingers for instance, right?
Okay.
That's like an open kind of relationship as well.
Yeah.
But they've been usually people who have been married for a long time,
hmm
right? So it's like maybe things get played out and they need some spice up in the relationship. Does that still mean that they don't love each other as much?
Hey man, the whole idea of like swingers is so far beyond my scope of
It
understanding.
honestly is.
In the point like where I'm at right now in my life,
Right.
like because like when you think about you at the altar or whatever, and you're like, hey, have this person to love and to hold and through thick and thin, whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess it's different if you guys are both like
Into it
together
all
and be
that,
like,
yeah.
okay, let's do this.
It's a decision made.
But like, I just feel like somebody's just gonna feel a certain kind. Like, how can we both like be as equally okay with this as as one another? Like, I feel like somebody is just not gonna be a little bit more jealous than like even if when you talk about threesomes, right? Like, let's take threesomes for example.
Yeah.
And it's a threesome where your girl suggested, hey, let's bring another girl into the bedroom.
Yeah.
And now, like, yeah, you're like, shit, man, my girl's the greatest, man. She goated.
Yeah.
And your girl's like, hey, like I'm just trying to make him happy, and I'm down to try this. I want to experiment, whatever. And everything's Gucci until we get to it. And now, as the girl, your man's is spending more time on the shorty than he is on you.
Yeah, facts.
Like, I have I know a friend of mine from way back in the day.
Yeah.
Who wanted to have a threesome with her boyfriend and another girl.
Yeah.
And the moment homeboy, jumped in, them lost it.
Yeah.
Lost absolute
Yeah.
batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Did he jump in or
cussing?
did he like just target the other girl right off the
bro,
bat?
like everything was Gucci. It was getting it on. And he was with her for a little bit. And then when he switched over to the new girl introduced into the bedroom, the moment homeboy was,
would you guys ever be able to do it? Whoa.
Like that slurp sound. That shit was
like
sick.
that moment
clean,
and like
yeah.
that visual for her, like
Yeah.
she at first thought she could handle that, but like then couldn't. And
Well, I think that's what changed a lot of things, right? Because like I think that when things start to go downhill, it's
Yeah.
like for open relationships at least, and coming on this point is that when they find out what happened, if anything happened, or if they find out that it was something they knew, because ignorance is very bliss. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have to see or hear anything, you're living such a happy life. But that's not how it works, right? So
I was about to give some advice to my kings.
yeah, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, hey, what she don't know won't hurt her.
Yo, so I was yo, you just
listen,
going full out toxic
before you just before you keep going, I hyped that to the camera and I didn't know where he was going with it. So like if y'all saw me hype it, let's run it back one time and I'm gonna hit him with one of these. All right?
Right.
Relax yourself.
I was gonna say we have a
Real
friend.
shit, though.
Koya and I have a mutual friend, and he was telling us his story about like open relationships, and it kind of I guess it correlates with threesomes too. And he was like, we started off, set all the ground rules, like, yo, you can't do this, and this, whatever.
Yeah.
And so we had the ground rules, right? And everything was good. And then he decided to, exercise his right and went out and did something and followed all the ground rules, came back, told her about it, and she was livid about it. And honestly, I feel like at that point, it's like almost like, wow, you actually went out and did it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, so you thought we was
Like,
bluffing?
yeah, right?
chicken.
Like,
We playing yeah. We
So it's like
we
whoever
playing
does it
chicken out here,
first,
bro.
whoever does it first has to deal with like the initial repercussion. of the
All you're
incident.
said if you want to be a big, you want to be a big boy, you want to wear the big boy pants or whatever, you want to act tough and say, yeah, I'm cool with it, like it's whatever, like I'm progressive, whatever. And then I go ahead and do it, and I come back and tell you about it, and now you upset about it. Like, I have no sort of remorse for you because you said this shit, right? And you know, you
gave me the go.
You thought you thought it was gonna be a bluff. I wasn't gonna call your bluff, and I call your bluff, and now you choked. All right, go ahead. You can be mad, but the only person you mad at is yourself.
Yeah. That's kind of a big bluff to call too.
100%. But I mean, if we had that conversation, man, shit.
And with that, we're gonna head to the break. All right, and now we are back from the break.
Yes, Sirski.
I know we kind of going off a little bit toxic on that first half, which is
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sounded healthy to me.
Oh wait, okay. Well, let me just bring it back to
what we're about.
Nice land, yeah.
Yeah, actually. Reality.
So I kind of want to ask you guys, like, how do you guys feel while in a relationship? Like, do you guys always feel like it's 50-50? And kind of like, how do you guys deal with the seasons that relationships go through? Like, sometimes you guys be struggling. How do you mentally like cope with that? And I guess like mentally help your partner get through whatever they're trying to get through.
Yeah, I think for me, a lot of times it's more so them helping me work through shit, a lot of just like mental shit. But knowing what I know and like through my experiences, I'm trying to recall like circumstances where I've been the person they had to lean on. Like that's come very. It's that comes naturally to me. Okay. So I act more as like, and some of y'all like middle children out there, you know what I'm talking about. I act more so as like a mediator or like a translator. So it's almost, I have I want to say gift for understanding people and just like empathizing with people. Okay. Enough so that like when I'm in my family situation and someone's saying something and, you know, someone might get triggered by that, I have to like, you know, relay what they're actually trying to say to, you know, the other person so they understand it and they're not offended by it. And so that sort of plays into like the empathetic side of me. Okay. Whereas like when if like, you know, if I have a girl and she's going through some things or whatever, she's been through some things and, you know, I can see that like these experiences, these traumas that she's experienced, you know, have shaped who she is today. And she might be, you know, afraid to let people in or they've made her very insecure or just generally fearful. I take almost pride in, you know, being that person where she you know, she can like unload all that too. Cause I want to create an environment where you don't feel judged by it. Like you feel free to share that with me. And then it's my job to then sort of try and pick you up. Right. So like in situations like that, I understand that like the love of the relationship isn't at like 50-50. Mm-hmm. Like I gotta bear more of the load. Okay. And in bearing the load, it just boils down to me, you know, accepting you for who you are, like your traumas and your flaws, and trying to sort of encourage you to overcome them. Okay. And so I think that's as far as I've gone in terms of, you know, picking up the slack in terms of like the stamina we have, you know, for each other in terms of our love meters. But for speaking from a perspective where they got to pick me up, that's often tough because someone like me, like I don't like, ideally you want to be in a relationship where you can share things and you can get things off your chest. But like if you know people who like go through like mental health struggles, you know that like you can't force that upon them. Like they'll like, you want to create that environment where they can come to you, but you can't force them to like, you know, to share things with you. And like, what I ask for, you know, my significant other is just to pick my brain. Mm-hmm. Because I can't come to you and share things with you to explain like why I'm a little off today or why I'm a little down today, because most of the time I don't even know. Mm-hmm. Right. I don't quite understand what is, you know, like keeping me down. Right. Yeah. But what helps me sort of figure it out and helps us figure it out is if you are inquisitive enough to ask the right questions. Right. If you ask these questions and you get me thinking about things, then like I can then try and answer them, one for myself and then two for you. And so along like, and in those situations, like it's so important to understand that like love isn't always 50-50. And sometimes you got to carry the load. And like, if I see somebody doing that, I'm much more appreciative of you that like, as someone who doesn't take offense or take it personally when I'm having a bad day or when I'm having, you know, a day where I'm low in terms of my effort levels with you. Like, cause some days, shit, I just want to be by myself. Now I ain't even trying to get out of my bed. Like, I'm just trying to chill and just like be me.
Yeah.
And not have to worry about nothing. But like, to have the idea at the back of my head where like, okay, like I'm not texting her, I'm not talking to her. Like, she's probably upset. Like, that just makes me more anxious than anything. And I don't want that. So it's important to like have somebody who understands that. And it's just like, hey, I'm here when you need me. Like whenever, you know, you're ready to talk, I'm here. If not, like, what's going on? How do you feel? Like, why? Like, how did you sleep tonight? Like last night, you woke up this morning feeling this way. Why do you think you feel this way? Is there something? Has something changed? Like, trying like and that's how you show me that you care.
That's
right. That goes so much further for me and show me that you care than, you know, buying me shit or something like that. You know, like that's how I feel. I don't even know if I answered that question. I just felt like I just
we went for it. No, it's all good.
Tangent. Like I don't remember the question at this point.
What
I'm all flustered now. I'm sweating.
No, it's good.
What about you, Q, baby?
So the original question was just how do I feel about the 50-50?
Yeah, do you think love is always 50-50? And if not, like when one person is down or if you're down, how do you help that person?
Okay, well, if their side is down, because I get that it can't be 50-50 all the time. I understand that. So if they're down, like, as long as I feel that they're still putting in an effort to try, like even in any sort of way, you know what I mean? Even if they tell me, hey, like today I'm off, I just want to be like by myself, all that kind of stuff. Okay, cool.
Just them communicating.
Yeah, just the communication the communication is I'll see that as trying for sure. So anything that they like do could be the smallest things. Like I also like to say that like I read people like all the time. So like if I see like one thing that's normally off, I'll try to get where they're at in their own headspace. And then if I'm like, okay, this is the sort of situation where they just need to be alone and they need space, I'll give them that. But if I'm the side that's like down, which has been before, I normally just like don't say anything and then just see if it gets better in a few, you know what I mean? If it's a few days and it's probably not great, but like I'll see if it gets better. Like if I end up like wanting to talk to them or if I'm going through some stuff and like, I have a problem where I handle a lot of my things by myself. So I don't talk to anybody about anything. So if I go through something and then I feel the need to talk to you about it or open up to you about it later, that just means that I still know that I am trying in this relationship. You know what I mean? So that's probably how I would see where things are at and how they're going. But
how do you think it's like transitions? So like at what point is it like 50-50 and at what point do you think it transitions to like, you know, 60-40, fucking 70-30?
I think
like as you progress through the relationship, when do you come out? Because the way I'm thinking of that question is like, I'm thinking of like the honeymoon stage as like,
when it ends.
50-50? Like that's the 50-50.
That's
when you guys are both, you know,
yeah.
And then after that, when you sort of like, you come off that high, you sort of get into the rhythm of like, you know, being with each other and what it's like to live together or just be around each other all the time and like, to be with one another.
Yeah.
You know, then, you know, you start to take on other things that, you know, you expect in life. And fuck, like if your shorty lost her job, like how you gonna expect her to be all like bubbly and all lovey dovey? Like that's when, you know, she gonna expect you to, you know, come at her
Pick
and
up
you
the
give
weight
her all the affection and just pick her up, right?
Yeah. I agree with you. I think you're right in saying that there's certain parts of the relationship that are always going to be 50-50. So like first meeting somebody, usually 50-50. Honeymoon stage, 50-50. Like first moving in with somebody, usually 50-50. Until like y'all start living together and then there's certain things that are going to annoy you.
It's like every new milestone in a relationship, you're 50-50. And then when it settles in, you know, the clouds start to go away, the fog clears, and then you start to realize where this is actually going.
And I think like, for me at least, when like my significant other isn't doing so well, I'm just trying to be there for you. Like you might want to be alone, but usually being alone doesn't necessarily make anything better. But what I've recently realized is that some people like really take things to heart in terms of like they might not be feeling the best, and then if you like, obviously for me at least, if I persist to try and hang out with you or whatever and you're not in the best headspace and now that hangout is like a negative almost,
A chore
like,
or something like that.
Yeah.
right? Like we could have avoided this whole situation by me just staying away for that time being.
Mhm.
That's like almost like a detriment to like in my personality, because I'm like, even if you're not feeling good, I still want to be there for you. I still want to try and make you laugh at a certain time,
which
so,
is tough.
so you have some ups, right?
Yeah.
Because to be down all the time consistently and just be in your head is always just like a negative. Like it just doesn't ever turn out positive.
On that note of like living together or whatever, like, do y'all want to live together before you get married?
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
So
need to.
so then my question to that is then like, what changes after you get like after you have your wedding event and y'all heading back home? Like, what changes?
What do you like in the relationship?
What changes? Like you
Like,
just
what's
you
the
just
difference from-
you just
yeah.
had your wedding. Y'all left in the whip. It said just married.
Yeah.
Y'all heading back. Like, what changes?
That's my wife
Nothing.
now. I was a roommate before.
Nothing. Oh,
That's
word?
my wife now. You know
I was
what
gonna
I'm
say nothing changes to me.
Yeah.
Because like a lot
And
of
are you okay?
'cause
Are you okay with
You're
that?
okay with that?
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Because usually when you get into a relationship, expectations start to be put onto you. And I don't really fuck with expectations. Because like I don't expect anybody to do anything for me. I don't expect anybody to act a certain way. I'm gonna meet you. I don't have an expectation for you to act a certain way. So whatever you show me and portray to me, that's the type of character you're gonna build for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's oh my god, yo! A couple weeks ago, I lost my train of thought on what I was trying to tell
Wow.
the Kings, bro.
Holy
Wow.
smokes, bro.
And so that was what I was trying
So
to tell
it
the
just
Kings.
came back for you,
Whoa,
eh?
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I thought something happened.
I was like, what? I was like, what?
The camera died or
Yeah,
something.
I was scared for a second.
No, like not having expectations on a relationship is like the key to making any relationship whatsoever last longer.
Okay.
If I don't
I'm gonna
expect
need you
you,
to dive in a little bit on
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
'cause-
about
'cause
to right now.
there are some negatives to doing that as
Yeah.
well.
if I don't expect you to act a certain way towards me, if I don't have a certain standard that you need to hit, I can put you into, for lack of better words, a category to what I should equate you to.
How is that? How can you maintain that?
Yeah.
It's very easy.
How? Because if you initially have no expectations, as you're saying,
Yeah.
right? You meet this person, they begin to act a certain way. You then perceive like that is what you expect from them. So any deviation from that, you now
You're out of
know
character.
you're like something's off.
Yeah.
So then that's just you perceiving that they're not meeting the expectation or the standard that they previously set.
So are you saying?
So
Are you saying?
I don't see how that's like how you can maintain.
Are you
that.
saying gain expectations as you go along? Then
I'm not
Or-
even. I'm just saying. I don't expect you to like do this for me or do that or like do certain things people expect. Like if I let you build your own character. So as you're building your character, yeah, there's gonna be some things that aren't what you first portrayed, and you're just gonna continue building on it. So now if that one situation that you portrayed earlier is different than what you've repeatedly portrayed,
Yeah.
then I'm like, okay, that's like not really what you're like. This is more what you're like, and I'm gonna see what. So it's always a mold.
Let
It's
me.
always
Like, I'm
molding.
trying to find. I'm still trying to understand that. So I'm trying to give an example, and you gotta help me out here.
All right, I got you.
So let's take for example, like you living with a girl, right?
Yeah,
And she always cooks.
Yeah.
She's always cooking meals, and she be going off, and she be like motherfucking Hell's Kitchen up in that bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Motherfucking Chef Boyardee in that bit.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And you become accustomed to like you previously have stated, hey, I don't need you to do that. Like I can take care of myself. I can make food for myself, whatever.
Yeah.
But she insists that that's what she,
She likes to do it.
she likes to
That's
do.
what
She's like, I
doing,
do
yeah.
it because I like it, whatever.
Yeah.
So now, like that has now become the norm for you.
Yeah.
Right. So then how do you then like adjust to her like not doing that anymore? Right. Where she's not doing it anymore, or she uses it as a sort of like a weapon in an argument where like, well, I do this for you and almost throwing it in your face. But she told you that, hey, like I like doing this and I do this for me. I make like makes me feel good to make this food for you. So I'm trying to understand in your situation where you have no expectations, but someone has become accustomed to the way you treat them. How do you then wrap your head around? Wrap your head around them deviating from what they've been doing.
Like number
what does
one,
that mean then when they deviate?
number
What does that
one,
mean?
if we're having a fight or whatever, and you throw that in my face, that is, it's not gonna hurt me in any way, but I'm just gonna tell you, like, I never told you to, and you told me that you like doing it for yourself. So if you want to throw that back in my face, that's like already.
So
like
you're
a
saying like
negative
don't
thing.
like not to bring up anything that they're doing naturally, saying that this is what they
Yeah,
like to
because you
do?
can't. I can't be like, yo, I love cleaning the house.
Yeah.
And then we get in an argument. I'm like, yo, I always clean this house.
Oh, okay. I see what you're
Like
saying.
you can't do
I
that,
hate that
bro.
shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I see what
like
you're saying.
you
fucking hate that
you
shit.
look
That's just
stupid
annoying.
now.
That's super annoying.
Yeah, you look
Yeah.
stupid. Like
Yeah.
you can't do that. So if I never set a standard for you to clean this house or to cook, and you just like doing it, and obviously I'm gonna try and help out and do it as well, right? Then cool. But like, for instance, if you're a person who sets standards, and now I'm like, yo, you always cook, so why aren't you cooking?
Mm.
That's not me, bro.
Mhm.
If you decide that you don't want to cook for a day or a couple of days, all right, cool. That's not out of your character. Maybe you just took a couple of days off. I'm talking about more like personality traits.
Okay.
Like if I see like you're a bubbly person all the time. This happens with me all the time. I'm a bubbly person all the time. So as soon as I turn quiet, people all automatically think something's wrong.
Mhm.
And it's just not, it's just like, I don't feel like talking today.
Yeah.
So I'm never going to put an expectation on how you act. Like if you can always transform, you're always changing as a person.
Do you think that people are wrong to ask you that though? Like, do you think that's like a wrong thing that they're doing? Because it is fair. Because if they don't ask, you're like, I'm not even like myself today, and now you're not even asking.
No,
if
it's
I'm
definitely
okay,
fair
but
to ask. Like I'll just
Yeah.
be like, oh, I just not feeling.
just
like
maybe not like act like
Yeah.
out
do
of
you,
out of
do you
character,
expect them to? Do you okay?
No, and
So
that's the
then,
thing, right? I
do
don't
you expect them now to
Okay.
ask because
No.
they've asked in the
If they-
past when you've been down and now you are down and they're not even inquiring to why you're like that.
No,
Do you now feel bad about that?
no, I don't.
Okay,
I don't expect you to worry. Like that's not what you need to be.
Yeah.
I don't expect that from anybody.
you would more
Okay.
just like them to
So if you-
mold to where you're at now. Like,
Yeah.
just to move like fluidly with you.
But if something changes, you're gonna be like, oh, yo, what's good? But if you don't ask, I'm not gonna be hurt
Okay.
because you never asked and because you've been asking.
Yeah.
I am.
That's fair.
I am. I'm gonna
That's
be.
I gotta
I'm,
figure. I gotta know.
I'm gonna be pretty upset if you don't inquire. If I'm off and I'm feeling away and like I'm not gonna be upset. Like let me reel it in. Like I'm gonna take almost offense to it that you're not wondering about the way I'm doing because I probably already set the precedent where like that's something I'm always gonna do for you. I'm very sensual in the sense that I pick up on like people and the way that just their body language or whatnot. And so the moment you are not who I know you to be or your normal self, I'm gonna ask, like, hey, like, are you okay?
And
What's wrong? So the way you show me you care about me is by giving me that same respect back.
But you obviously know that if they've asked consistently and now they're not asking, you can obviously peg that there is something going on. Usually, it might not be a negative thing, but then you can always ask that person like, "Hey, like, did you not see I was down?" I'm not gonna ask for that, but like if if it's something, I don't even have an example, but if it's something more detrimental, then yeah, I'm going to confront them about whatever is on my mind. Like for me, I don't. If you see I'm down and you ask. It might take me a while to tell you what's wrong, but eventually I might tell you if you're in that circle of friends that I have.
Yep.
But if you never ask me, I don't really give two fucks, to be honest.
So then, like, when you want to focus on the idea of communication, and in situations like that, when someone is off or like that love ain't 50-50,
Mhm.
like how do you push the idea of communication to better the relationship for both parties? Like who needs to communicate?
Both of you need to communicate.
And like,
if whoever is down,
so then I'm like, so like explain like how that works.
well, whoever is down, I wouldn't expect that person to communicate. I would
Why?
expect because
they're down.
they're down, and as a person, for me at least, who is going to be conscious of how you act as a person, and if you're out of character, I'm gonna know something's wrong. So I would take that upon myself to ask. Right? I don't expect you to think I'm gonna ask, but I'm going to ask. Right? And the person who's down, their head is usually in a situation where they're not really. They might want you to ask, but
Mhm.
they have whatever is on their mind. Right? So I never would ever think for a person who is down or depressed or whatever in a mentally bad state to ever like ask.
Okay, so it's not the onus isn't on the person who's feeling who's actually experiencing the dip in emotions or in love in terms of the relationship. It's
the person whoever
you
that
believe
the
the
higher
person
percentage.
who's up here.
Yeah.
That's the person that's got to initiate the communication.
Yeah.
And then what is the duty of the person who is
going through it once that communication has been initiated. Once that inquiry has been initiated, like what is
It's up to that person to want to be able to, you know, allow. It's up to that person to want to open up to whoever has asked. They don't have to. They don't have to tell you what's wrong. But if they feel like it's a safe space, then they will tell you what's wrong. And to say,
does that make it like, so if they don't want to open up, if you ask and they're not giving you much information, like, is that not
allow it, bro? Leave it alone.
Would you not perceive that as something that's detrimental to the relationship?
At what point does
not
that
at all,
become
because-
a problem? Though?
because
I feel like that, like for me, my experience, that comes up, like that it becomes an issue. So like I want to know like
there are
how to tread.
There are situations where like, yeah, it's going to be detrimental because like obviously people, if you don't, some people aren't open to just telling you what's wrong. So you have to pry at them. If you pry enough and they still don't want to tell you what's wrong, I'm not going to pry further because at this moment in time, you're not ready to tell me what is going on. And I have to respect that as a person, right? And I know this podcast is getting a little bit long, but like you can't be prying at a person just because you think that because they're not telling you, like that is going to cause a further detriment in your relationship. You have to be like, okay, cool. You can't speak about whatever topics on your mind right
you
now.
essentially just got to put like their
feelings first.
Yeah,
it's not about you.
It's not about the way you feel. It's about the way they feel.
And
you want to make sure like you're trying to get them to feel okay.
Yeah, and allow them to open up by themselves.
So it's selfish.
Then I'm on board with you.
So it's selfish to expect them to
open up when
they're
not
you
when that's not their personality trait at all. Okay,
and if that's their personality trait, then yeah, a person who is low and like knows they can go to somebody will open up to that person that they can go to without them even asking if something's wrong with them. Like if I know you're down and like you need to talk to somebody, you know, you will come and talk to me without me having to pry at you to open up.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But
it's just different when you're in a relationship though. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's different than like if I'm feeling a way to come to you as my friend, I'm like, hey, I'm feeling this. You're always gonna be like, oh fuck yeah, just fucking put it on me. But someone who's with you all the time and can see the difference in the way you're behaving, it's tough for them to accept that you're not willing to share that with them.
It definitely would be tough for a person. And that's why I'm saying you can't put yourself first. Right? It's hard for a person to be in a relationship and not be able to see their significant other pipe up without being asked, right? But at that time, like I was saying, like you can't be selfish. It's not about you.
Okay.
And maybe after, you know, the whole situation is figured out and you guys are a little bit more like 50 on 50, then I mean you can bring that up. But at that, you have to pick the time, bro. It's all about timing. Like you can't just be out here, yo, why aren't you talking to me about this? And the person's already down.
Yeah.
Now you're just kicking them while they're down.
Yeah.
That's not, you can't be fucking
right.
that.
I just want to know because like that is very relatable for me. And like that's something I go through all the time.
Yeah, maybe we should do a podcast on like expectations a little bit. Because, you know, we're running short on time.
Yeah,
I'm down with that.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, but listen, at that, we're going to end this podcast. We'll do a little recap. Y'all will think open relationships work?
Only if I'm the one that's open.
So no.
And no. If you do want to do an open relationship, though, make sure that
some ground rules.
You set some ground rules.
Keep that shit private.
And low key, be the first one to make a move.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You gotta be the first.
You gotta be the first one to stab that.
Like it's a standoff in then cowboy movies. You gotta be the first one to pull
to
that
draw.
shit.
Exactly. Exactly. And then when it comes to relationships with like 50-50.
You just gotta understand that sometimes it's not always 50-50, and sometimes you know you gotta carry the weight and you gotta carry the load, and you can't deem that or perceive that as a chore. Like you want to be with this person, you care about this person, so you to understand that sometimes you gotta pick it up, and you can also expect that at times when you're not feeling 100%, they're gonna be there to pick it up, and they're gonna be there, you know, to give more and help you get back to where you're normally at.
Facts. Yeah. And low key, Quay, you're quiet this podcast.
Yeah, that end conversation kind of triggered me a bit.
What?
I'm so triggered.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm actually so triggered.
Like, that cut deep, bro. That cut deep, bro. I'm just, that shit cut deep, bro. Yeah.
I just want to say shout out to all our new listeners. We appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to all the repeat offenders. You know we appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Quay for the decorations.
See the decorations?
Yeah.
You see my man.
My man's dripped out, bro.
Yo,
Got the
My guy, pumpkin face is dripped with the
see the chain
lace
on him? You see the chain?
chains on him, bro.
That shit
Oh,
came
yeah.
separate.
Man's
you know
is
that.
saucy.
Come on, bro.
Shout out to Billy on the side there.
Yo, shout out to Billy one time, bro. That's the homie.
Big fish.
That's the homie, bro.
Yo, you gotta stop saying Yo, shout out to Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. I don't think I'll ever get that, bro.
Yeah.
I always say Apple
Yeah.
Music first, and I know it's
I
Apple
know.
Podcasts, but shout out to them for being on it, for allowing us on your DSPs.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to YouTube for allowing us to post our content on there and try and get our viewership up.
Like, comment,
Hey.
subscribe.
And if you want to reach us on any of the socials, man, just hit up All About the Questions podcast.
Facts.
All right, if you enter that, you can find us anywhere.
Yes, sir. And like Q Baby just said, like, comment, and subscribe.
And hit that bell notification, all
hit
right?
the
So you
bell.
don't miss none of these posts. You feel me?
Bell.
And yeah, that is everything, right, guys?
I think that's everything.
Oh wait,
man.
hold on, yo, Mom. You still didn't put the thing up on the TV, man. So I'm gonna let you know that
Is
right
this
now.
what we doing?
I don't know
I just
what's
had to
going on,
give her
bro.
a little shout out.
This is
bro.
what we doing?
I don't know what's going on with
Yeah,
that.
that's a
one,
little
bro.
inside. Yeah.
Okay.
My bad, guys.
Cool.
All right,
cool.
I'm gonna start, shouting out.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out some people if you want to.
All right, cool. And next, we're gonna have like motherfucking call-ins.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's
we
what
trying to
we
do
got.
that.
So,
Actually, I'm
yeah.
trying to set
If you're
someone up for that so we can do
Facts.
that.
If you're
guys.
interested in the call-ins, send us a DM.
Yeah, we're gonna take a little poll. See if you guys want to do this little call in thing.
Like while we're shooting.
That'd be sick.
No, I'll
Unedited?
talk to you after. I'll talk to you. Yo, it's definitely gonna be unedited,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
We cuss words crazy,
Unedited,
family.
100%.
Oh my!
Alright.
And it's gonna be. You got to tune in to catch it. You know.
Facts. That'd be sick. Instagram
So
live.
we can't get like any. Yeah, we can't get like people can't snip it and like you know what I mean. I'm not trying to get that happening.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yo, person on my far right, please give your outro, bro.
Hey man, I just want everybody to stay healthy, stay safe, and please, for the love of God, stay out the streets.
Factuals.
And it's your boy DeMarcus saying, take care of y'all mentals. All right?
Yes, sir.
Take care of your chips. Take care of your mentals.
Facts. For real.
You say tits or tips?
Chips.
Chips?
Chips.
Cash.
Take care of your bread.
Oh, word.
And take care of your mental.
Okay, my bad.
You get a
I'm sorry,
dirty
I
ass
didn't mean
mind
to
over
do
there. Huh?
you know.
I didn't know.
Go ahead and give your outro, nasty ass.
Like I said, shout out to all our first time listeners. You can get a hug. Shout out to all of the repeat offenders. You can get a kiss. And
I don't know why you be trying to give the new people stuff, bro. They gotta come back for stuff to feel special. New people don't get nothing.
stay humble. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Later.
Peace.